We are nearing the end of the Emik Trunkheart fusion. As you can see, we've only got 4 days left to get this guy finished. So going to be very important to focus on getting those epics ascended and preparing for everything we can get done. And important to note that we've only got 12 hours left on the champion training. You can see I'm getting close here. I want to develop a couple of my epics and then I should be good to go. But we did get Plarium letting us know what is going to be going on with CVC launching tomorrow and the champions that are going to be boosted up for a 10x. And what they're going to be doing is exactly what they do for every CVC. They boost a non-void and a void legendary to incentivize people to pull shards and have a boosted chance to get a decent legendary during CVC. And the first one is going to be Sishia in the non-void section. That'll be on day 1 of CVC. And then we've got the Cardiel on day 2 of CVC on Wednesday as the featured void legendary. And just for my quick thoughts on these champions, I'll start with Sishia. Sishia is a really, really cool champion. I think it's one of the better champions that Raid has designed because she is aesthetically amazing. She fills a really cool role in the game while being strong but not broken. So I think they did a very good job on designing Sishia, and she really does super well in a lot of different Hydra compositions, Spider compositions as a damage detonator, and can really put in a lot of work for you, especially if you don't have like 3 really solid Hydra teams already. She could definitely slot into most people's top 18 for trying to build those 3 Hydra rosters and also help you do some really cool things in the Spiders. So I think amazing champion, probably not like a top 5, top 10 overall champion like a Duchess or something crazy like that, but definitely a really solid champion. And then for Cardiel, so he's going to be a little bit similar to Sishia. Has a very cool role in the game. Isn't like broken good, but is definitely a well-designed legendary to bring a lot of utility. He actually, you'll run into him a lot in the live arena, and he always sneaks up on you with the ally attack ability. Like, you don't expect Cardiel to be bringing a ton of damage against your team, and then he comes flying in with this increased crit rate, increased crit damage, and then teams up with all allies to blast somebody down. All of a sudden, you're like, wait, a support just caused my whole team to get blasted down. So Cardiel, you are going to run into him a lot in PvP. He's probably going to be a little bit more PvP focused than Sishia, who is more PvE focused, but he is definitely an awesome Void Lego. Most people consider him to be in like that top 10 to top 14 range of Void Legendaries. But in terms of the event going on during CVC for the 10X, should you be pulling for them? I'm going to say for most of you out there, you do not want to be pulling during the 10X because there's not going to be any boost for the shards. You're not going to be getting any value to double dip with a fusion or fragments or anything like that. And the way that Plarium's been going with these fusion and fragment event champions, there's probably not going to be a whole lot of downtime after Emik ending and the new one starting. You'll probably have like a week to catch your breath, and then they'll be putting out like a test server, and they'll be putting out like teasers for the next champion that is going to be going on in the month of September. So we really need to be careful about our shards. The Emik fusion has been a little bit crazy with like the 3 different summon events that we had to do to get points for the fusion. So probably for most of you, going to want to hold off and not be going after Sishia or Cardiel during CVC, but they are really solid champions. It's just within the landscape, you're probably going to want to hold off and be a little bit more responsible with your shards. And in terms of rounding out everything going on and what you want to be focused on here early in the week, we do have some special tournament type stuff going on. But for the fusion, you're going to want to make sure you get your spider done today, and then also you're gonna have to be doing those classic arena tokens to get all the points. I got that one finished right here, but I am gonna have to focus on the spider tournament while also double dipping with the dungeon divers ending today. So I got a lot of grinding here to do. Not too bad, but I need to get to 3,700 on that, and I'm gonna use the spider to do so to finish up those points. But we also can't neglect our champion training. I still got a little bit to round out there to develop a couple fire guns and kind of level up some epics, and not to forget the artifact enhancement event that's happening right here that I need to go through and sift through gear and finish up. So today is going to be a big day to make sure you're staying on pace and not blowing the fusion at this point, because a lot of us are in a position where we're going to come down to those final fragments to make sure that we hit enough to get Emik. So don't drop your guard today. Make sure you're checking a couple times here before the end of the day and not falling behind here so late in the fusion, because that would be devastating. Okay, then for the shop, is there anything noteworthy in here? Oh yeah, the Lizard tournament. So let me go ahead and pull that up here. So for the Dragon Lizard tournament, Wizards actually do have a lot of good champions. For the Dragon, you've got Krisk and Rosin, and even some really good epics that could do some pretty good work here in the Wizard tournament. Like, it might be worth doing the 400 to get your Soulstone right here. I think if you've got a decent repertoire of Lizards, like if you can do Lizard Faction Wars around like stage 20 or something, you can probably put together a team that can at least get you this 400 points, and it might be worth thinking about, especially because Plarium is starting to do more events around the Soulstones, so it's kind of comparable to like an Ancient Shard getting that for your account. So definitely something to take note of there, but make sure you're prioritizing the fusion for sure. But anyway, the Lizard Day pack, what do we got here? 8 for that's not a good start to the string. The 7 is more intriguing. That'll be like 7 for 20 though, or something. Like, yeah, I don't know about that. The Great Deal Mix, no. Monthly mini potions, no. Appreciation gift, energy, Summer Shard pack, and then this one, yeah, I'm not seeing anything super special here with anything in the shop that's worth like getting excited about or plugging in, unfortunately. And you also probably want to take a quick second and just give your account a quick run over and see if you are going to be able to get enough fragments here in the next few days, because as you can see right here, this is going to be my 3rd fire gun. So I'm going to pull this, and I need 100 more fragments to finish the fusion, and it's mostly what you see is what you get here. So if I go over the spider tournament, that's 25 out of the 100 I need. Classic arena I already got, and then we go under the events. I'm gonna need 75 more, and I'm gonna get it here from 25. That'll bring me up to 50 dungeon divers. This will bring me up to 75, and then the champion training right here will bring me up to 100. So I am going to come down right there to the finish line on finishing the fusion, and that's why I said today is such an important day to kind of take stock of where you stand and if you're going to be able to finish it, as long as you're diligent about completing what is here. Because if we pull up the Emik calendar, it is what you see is what you get. There is nothing launching after the Monday here. You got your artifact enhancement and your different stuff like the spider tournament launching. After that, there is nothing. So make sure you're going through and noticing if you can get to the 100 fragments you're going to need to get that last fire gun. So good luck in your CVC matches starting tomorrow. Good luck if you're pulling shards for Sishia or Cardio, even though I think you should probably prioritize saving up for the next big event that we'll probably see getting teased in the next 10 days or so. And good luck finishing your Emik Trunkheart fusion. As soon as I get mine, I will work on getting an infographic and getting a dedicated video out about my thoughts and how I built him and how I'm going to be using him on my account and all of that to kind of put a bow on top of the Emik Trunkheart fusion coming to an end, and I'll also kind of replace him on the Void Legendaries tier list and all that kind of stuff. So I appreciate all of you. Have a great rest of your day. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon in the next video. Peace.